Lestat here. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be profiling my Blue Eyes deck post January 2024 ban list. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like. Leave a comment down below. I always enjoy interacting with you. And please consider subscribing for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh content. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. First, we're playing triple copies of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, Heart and Soul the deck. Typically, I would only play 2 of this for consistency. However, with this particular build, you're going to be searching this card quite a bit for discard fodder for a variety of effects. We're playing 1 copy of Alternative White Dragon. This is pretty much a free summon that can pop cards. Sometimes I'll use the pop effect to bait up negates from cards like Effect Veiler and Infinite Impermanence. 1 copy of Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. This card is in here just so it's a nuisance for your opponent. If my opponent breaks my board somehow, this card is able to summon itself, and each time my opponent destroys cards, while this card's in my hand or graveyard, it can just resummon itself. And it also has a nice removal effect for when it attacks. We're playing 1 copy of Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon. This card is pretty much a Judgment Dragon. It can clear the entire board, with the exception of itself if it's in the extra monster zone, and while this card's in the pendulum zone, it can destroy itself to recycle one of your banished dragons back to your hand. We're playing triple copies of the Dictator of Dragons. This is pretty much a Magician Souls that can revive a Blue Eyes monster from the graveyard. We're playing triple copies of Sage with the Eyes of Blue. This could search out for your level 1 light tuners. Keep in mind you want to ideally open with Sage and Dictator, because when these 2 cards are on the field, you could tune them together for your IB and then combo, which we'll get into here in a little bit. We're playing 2 copies of the White Stone of Legend. Again, you want to search out your Blue Eyes White Dragons, that way you have discard fodder for your effects. 1 copy of the Stone of Ancients. This is primarily to get your Jet on board during the end phase. 1 copy of World Chalice Guard Dragon. This is in here because of IB. If IB leaves the field, you're able to summon your World Chalice Guard Dragon directly from your deck. And then you can use it as link fodder for your Link 1 dragons. For an additional extenders, we're playing 1 copy of the Black Dragon, 1 copy of the White Dragon. For hand traps, we're playing triple copies of Ash Blossom. 1 copy of Effect Veiler, which is searchable through Sage. And then triple copies of Infinite Impermanence. For the search power, we're playing triple copies of Melody to search out our big dragons. Triple copies of Perry Reese Map. And this is in here to search for a Sage with the Eyes of Blue to get our main combo started. Keep in mind you have to activate this at the start of your main phase 1. I've seen some combo videos online where the person showing the combo will activate this during mid combo, and it's like, no. You got to activate this during main phase 1 or the start of main phase 1. Triple copies of Small World. This is here to search out your Dictator of D. Ideally, I want to be playing 3 copies of this, but I can only find 2 copies at the moment. But if you have a 3rd copy, I highly recommend playing it to ensure that you open with your starter combos at all times. 1 copy of Chaos Space. I hate that this is limited, but I understand why. This is just here to search out your Chaos monsters. 1 Call by the Grave to counter hand traps. 1 copy of Dragon Shrine to fuel your graveyard. 1 copy of 1 for 1, just another extender. And then for the searchable cards, we play 1 copy of Ravine. This is here to send our agents to grave. 1 copy of World Legacy Guard Dragon, which is searchable with our IB whenever it's single summoned. And then 1 copy of Synchro Rumble. So you can revive a level 7 or level 8 Dragon Synchro or a level 1 tuner from your graveyard. And then this will offer protection for your Synchro monsters while in grave. So that's really nice. Getting into the extra deck, we're playing 1 copy of the World Chalice Justica. As I mentioned before, whenever this card's synchro summoned, you can add your World Chalice or World Legacy Guard Dragon to your hand. And if this leaves the field, you can summon your World Chalice Guard Dragon from your deck or graveyard. So this is part of our key combo. We're playing 2 copies of the Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. This has the ability to negate graveyard effects, and then this can prevent your opponent from special summoning 2 monsters at the same time. We're mainly going to be using this to tag out for Crimson Dragon. So we can search our Synchro Rumble with this card, and not only that, we could target a level 9 Synchro monster we control to summon another level 9 Synchro Dragon from our extra deck by returning this to the extra deck. So what will happen is we'll go into Blue Eye Spirit, tag out for Crimson. Crimson will target another level 9 Synchro, return itself to the extra deck, and then summon another level 9 Synchro monster. So we have Zero Eyes Silver Dragon for protection and revival during the standby phase. 1 Trishula for the banish. So this is really nice to interrupt our opponent, especially when they're running low on cards. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, which can negate a card as well as revive 2 units from our graveyard. And then for like a generic level 9 Synchro, we'll play Ravenous Cracker Dragon, which can pop cards, as well as allow you to draw additional cards for every non-tuner that you use towards Synchro Summon. We'll play 1 Hope Harbinger for the negate. We're not going to be going into rank 8s that often with this deck, but this is in here just in case. 1 Protector Well, this is mainly in here so we can free up space. 1 copy of Romulus to search for Ravine. This also has an additional effect where if you special summon a dragon from your extra deck in a zone this card points to, you can summon another winged beast or dragon from your hand. This is an effect that's often neglected, so please keep that in mind. 1 copy of Heretic Seal for the interruption. For the link ones, we'll play 1 copy of Striker. 1 copy of Pisty, which can revive your dragons from the graveyard and banish zone. That's going to come in handy during your combo. And then last but not least, we're playing 1 copy of Link Karibo. Now getting into the 2-card combo, ideally you want to open with Dictator of D and the Sage of the Eyes of Blue. First you're going to summon your Dictator of Dragons in defense by sending a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to grave. And then you're going to normal summon your Sage. Sage will then search for your Stone of Legend. You're going to revive Blue Eyes from the graveyard with Dictator's effect by pitching your Stone of Legend. Stone of Legend's effect will activate, allowing you to add your Blue Eyes from deck to hand. You're going to tune Sage and Dictator for Ib. Ib will allow you to search for your World Legacy Guard Dragon. You're then going to link these 2 monsters away for Protector Well. The effect of your Ib and Grave will allow you to summon your World Chalice Guard Dragon. You're going to link away your World Chalice Guard Dragon for Pisty. You're going to activate World Legacy Guard Dragon. This will revive your Stone of Legend from the graveyard. World Legacy Guard Dragon's effect will allow you to move this over here. That way 2 zones are pointing in the same space. You're going to revive your Blue Eyes from the graveyard. Next, you're going to link these 2 away for Romulus. Romulus will then allow you to add Ravine from deck to hand. You're going to tune your Legend and Blue Eyes for your Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Now you'll get 2 effects with the Stone of Legend and Romulus. So chain links 1, 2. Since you summon a dragon from your extra deck, you can summon a dragon or winged beast monster from your hand to a zone this card points to. And then you can add a Blue Eyes White Dragon from deck to hand. Next we're going to tag out Spirit to summon our Crimson Dragon. Crimson Dragon's effect will allow you to add Synchro Rumble from deck to hand. Next we're going to activate World Chalice Guard Dragon's effect in Grave. We can banish it to summon our normal Blue Eyes to a zone a Link monster points to. We're then going to link these two away for Heretic Seal. We're then going to activate Synchro Rumble to bring up back a level 1 tuner. In this case, it'll be our Stone of Legend. We're going to Synchro for the Ravenous Kraken Dragon. Of course, we could draw an additional card from our deck. Crimson Dragon's effect, we could target our Ravenous Kraken Dragon, return this to the extra deck to summon our Spirit. Oh, this will be in graveyard. We're then going to activate Ravine. Now, depending on the cards that you have in hand, you could pitch any card, but in this case we'll pitch the Blue Eyes to send our Ancients to grave. And then during the end phase, we get to summon our Jet Dragon with Ancients effect. So now we have 1, 2, 3 forms of interruption plus the Jet. So ideally during your opponent's turn, you want to tag out Spirit for your Crimson Dragon. Crimson Dragon will then target level 9 Synchro. It'll tag out again, and then you can bring out an interruption card like your Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, which can negate a card. You could summon your Trishula, which could banish cards from the hand, field, and graveyard. Or if you need protection, you can bring out your Azure Eyes. But yeah, this is pretty much the board that you want to end on. It's a really good board in my opinion. A fantastic deck. You do need to watch out for hand traps, which is why I usually side in crossouts. But other than that, pretty solid deck. This concludes today's deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to give the video a like. Leave a comment down below. I always enjoy interacting with you, and please consider subscribing for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh content. Hit the notification bell to be notified of when I go live and upload, and until next time, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.